Okay. Hello? I'm going to trust once again that it's working. And so, yesterday, I finished this piece here. Oh man, I'm so reticent to even move this computer. Ding! And so today we're going to paint something else. What do we got? Oh man, we got 35%. That's not enough. That's not enough. So we'll have to try to fill in some blanks here. Last night I was at the internet cafe and I had I made a trailer, a 5-minute preview of Kelly's movie, and I heard from I got a hold of Lee Wingo, who's doing fixing the sound and exporting the medium, and we kind of worked out what the encoding ratio should be for all that kind of stuff. And I actually printed out exported a copy of the 5-minute preview for Kelly's movie last night. So that's kind of exciting. I'm really looking forward to, I'll be sending that out to the people that are in the movie. And then hopefully I'll get to that either. And I'm really hoping to at least have the preview up before today is Wednesday. So yeah, by Friday it should be online. And yeah, tonight we have a meeting with this brother Joel Portnoy, who's interested in helping to promote the work. And how about this? I've been talking and it's still working. Yay! Yay. So this is what it's like to be canvas looking back at me with my brush. Yeah. So got the meeting tonight. Hopefully it's a dinner meeting. That would be nice. And he asked for us to do some demos of our work, and I sent them to him via Ryan last week, and so we'll see if, what he has to say about that. I think he said that shown it to a couple of people. Their reviews was what's the list? And what else going on? Get a pin. That's not good. Yeah, 31%. Be able to get some. Okay. Yikes. So, I comment Coming along. So last week, or 2 weeks ago, this kid, if somebody's in space, that means kind of playing space, and you don't usually touch their stuff, right? And it's first come, first serve. So, I've been at this since 1989, and it's always been like the core rule of the boardwalk is you don't touch people's stuff unless they've done something where, you have to touch their stuff, like they put their stuff in your thing, and then, then things can get ugly, right? So the other day, it was noon, right? And I came out, I put my easel and my little carpet thing down. And then I went back to claim the space, and then I went back to get my cart, fill my cart and everything. And, the cart comes up to just a little over my head, loaded with all this work, And when I came back, my stuff, the easel had been moved like 2 spaces down, and my carpet was moved to hi.
Your name is David.
It is.
I remember you.
I remember your face. Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah.
Oh, you too. Thank you.
I'm not.
Probably not. No, Amber.
Amber, yes.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yes. How are you?
You cut your hair.
I did. Yep. It's getting longer now, but.
Right.
I didn't know you were an artist. That's really cool.
Who's this?
This is my cousin Adam.
Hello, cousin Adam.
Nice to meet you.
Is visiting?
Yes.
From?
Florida.
I've heard of Florida. It kind of jets out in the ocean. No,
The other ocean.
Yeah, the other. It's all water. What's the deal? For me, there's the atmosphere, right? For some reason, I'll spend a half an hour and get it going.
They're in Lincoln, Virginia. It's like next to Floyd's Barbershop, big restaurant right there.
Okay.
There.
So it's swinging hatch.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. All dog.
Right. Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, it's nice. It's a good crowd of people. It's not Venice, so it's nice.
Right.
Yeah.
Just living in it.
I'm in mid-city now.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
It's east of Lincoln. man.
It's very east of Lincoln, so it's no inside out
Yeah,
there.
right.
I like it.
Good.
I do.
Good.
Well, have a good day. I just wanted to say hi.
Yeah. Always good to see you. Yeah. Bless. So, that was wonderful to see her. Because name's Amber. She's got, green eyes and freckles, and she's very yummy and everything like that. But it turns out we had the conversation. She doesn't like. She likes women. Bummer. To explore. So bad, because people, she's definitely Anyway, this ridiculous story. So I wheeled my cart out, and my stuff moved, and this had moved his stuff to the spot. It was all set up in that spot. I was like, damn. And he knew, you know, we've been set up on this block 3 years. You know, he knew it was my stuff. He knew what he was doing, right? So I had to, you know, another thing on the boardwalk is that if you don't, you know, stand your ground, then you become known as a person that is easily, you know, pushed around. And it can make your life pretty miserable. So, you know, even though I don't like competition and all that kind of stuff, I had to, because it does something similar, like, and I really, you know, as a person, like his artwork and everything, and but he essentially is very poor, you know, and so I had to like stand my ground, and that meant stepping into the situation and physically moving his stuff. Because good thing he wasn't there at the moment, just his stuff was there, you know. So I started moving his stuff, and I got almost everything moved except this one table that was going to take 2 hands to move. And right then he showed up, you know, and he's all belligerent and everything. And I was like, dude, it's first come first serve. You knew my stuff was here, so what you thinking? You know? And he's like, he said some things that were unkind and that didn't have anything to do with the situation, which is that, you know, he was wrong. You know, it's first come first serve. You know, and what was really funny about it was he actually said, so a year ago there was a spot down here where I was always setting up in that spot. It was, you know, just about every day, 7 days a week, I was setting up in that spot. And the reason was because I had a lot of glass at the time, a lot of framed glass, and I actually walked the boardwalk and figured out where the area of the boardwalk was the least windy, right? And I picked that spot, and I started, you know, becoming a regular on the spot. And out of the blue, he just decided that he would down in that spot. You know, so he would get out here earlier than I did, so that he could, you know, and I come out and he's set up in the spot, and I'm like, what's that all about? You know, and he just, we didn't actually have a conversation about it, but it was obvious that he was just being territorial. You know, he was just being, you know, being a young man, you know, thinking that he was more than another person, or because he could throw weight around. So I do that. I'll get out here earlier than you, and I didn't have attitude in my life. So I just let it slide. It's the universe. The universe is giving me an opportunity to just pull one. I'll take it. You know, otherwise I'll move around and wherever else, like, it's good, you know. So, you know, been having trouble getting this thing to work. I've been trying at this beach for this to work, and it wasn't working, and I knew that the internet connection was a little better the further that way I went. So I moved up, and so the day I come out, I look, and it's empty where he was. We often set up, and this other guy often set up there too. And so I wanted to, you know, do the show and test, make sure, see, because I'm still trying to figure out why is this not always working. But they did for like 32 shows, you know, and So I went and I put stuff out there, and once again, it's noon. This guy, he usually gets 9 o'clock and he's set up by the time I get here around 10 or 11. You know, so it's noon and he's not there. I'm just in the middle of the day, it's like Tuesday or Wednesday or something. I'm figuring, hey, you know, he's not coming, so it'll be okay, right? Long story, what happening is some really, and but I was just having it. And I just said, "Hey, man, I'm not going to argue with you. You're wrong. It's first come, first serve." And ultimately, ended up at the table. This is all after what he did. Is I was moving some of the bags that he had to the other. And I was very respectful. His stuff, didn't throw it around or anything. I made sure that it was, you know, it was all handled as slightly as I handle my own work, right? And he stuff and the cart hits the ground. And this is when I was over dropping off the last load before this table. We both, you know, needs to take 2 people, you know. And I just said, "Dude, what are you doing? You know, are we going to need the police in this situation?" And he says, "Oh, you're known for that." I was like, "Really? Really? Really?" You know, like, I knew it, right? And I started to move his table, and he went over and he helped me move his table to his spot, his spot, right? And I went back and you know, started to go through my stuff to see what was broken and what was, you know. I guess the reason I have this story, one of the reasons why I don't know why I started telling it. You just never know who's watching, right? And I went about my day, and the thing was, oh yeah, this was the thing. I couldn't really get into it with them, you know. I couldn't. This was I needed to get to the. I needed to. This was the day I needed to get to the post office to send the hard drive that had Kelly's movie on it to Lee Wingo in Colorado, and I needed to get there, and sure enough, you get to the post office. You get to the post office, and there's 14 people in front of you, you know, and you know, there's 2 postal workers, but I don't know what is it what's in the coffee or the water that over there, but molasses or something. But I don't know, they just seem, the people there, they seem to, they're nice people and everything, but they seem to, their body movements seem a lot slower than the normal human being, like on top of that, you know. But anyway, we got through, so I'm thinking, dude, I don't have the space or the time to have a conversation about it. So I can't argue with you, whatever. I just need to like do what I gotta do, set my stuff up, and get to the post office and send out the movie as soon as possible, right? I didn't say any of that, but that's what I'm thinking, right? And I luckily I've been at this for over 30 years, around 30 years. I don't know how long it's been, but I just know not to. One of the most important things in conflict situations is, number one, is to not hurt yourself. You know, and you hurt yourself when you get angry. I hurt myself when I get angry, and worry and all that kind of stuff, anxious, all that kind of stuff. I'm hurting me. I'm doing that to me. Learn not to do that. Is, I hope. I'm still learning. I mean, we will be challenged, right? So I set myself up to a day, and I went for my came back the day, and I just went on about it, like it was, you know, no big deal, you know. And when I came back, I discovered that 3 of my pieces were broken. 2 canvases were holes in them, you know, and they're irreparable, you know. And that's about, you know, that's over $1,000 worth of stuff, you know. And but the funny thing was, at the time, I didn't feel a loss or anything. And it felt really good not to feel hurt by it, you know. So a week went by, and one day I was on my way to the bathroom in the morning, and I was about to walk by that same spot where this whole thing went down. And there was this older couple that were standing at the stairway of the apartment building right across the way, right? And there was hardly anybody on the boardwalk, and these folks looked at me like they knew me. I'd never seen them before, right? They looked at me like they knew me, and so I kind of looked behind me to see if they were seeing somebody else, you know. And you know, the reason why they looked like they knew me is they were looking like they were happy to see me, you know, like you would a relative or something, you know. And so I you know, I'm looking behind me to see who they're looking at, and as I walked closer, the woman beckoned me over to her, and she walked up to me, you know. And the older man, you know, kind of stood back, but he had the same, you know, countenance about him, like he was, you know, welcoming a familiar person, you know. And she said, you know, I want you to know that I witnessed that thing that happened last week. And she said, you know, I'm not trying to blow my, you know, smoke up my own butt here, but what she said some really kind things. She said, I've lived here, and I've seen, you know, so many things on the boardwalk. I've lived here for years and years and years, and I've never seen anybody handle a situation like that. Like most of the people, like 99% of the people on the boardwalk, she said, would have not handled that situation as well as she did, you know. And most people couldn't have. They would have just blown up, and it could have been a real, you know, violent situation. But you handle it in a way that was just so amazing, and I just wanted to shake your hand. So I was like, I didn't know I was going to tell this story, you know, but I didn't know why about that. Anyway, it was, like I said, you just never know who's watching, you know. And so, yeah. Anyway, so it appears there'll be no painting. I'm not be doing some painting when we're off the air. There'll be no more painting here today. But, hello. What'd you get? Right. There's more in here too. Gambling is encouraged. Looking is still free.